Hey friends, this is Josh here. I just wanted to drop in really quick as a reminder for those who are not yet part of the Forged and Unbroken Fire online community. It's a Patreon online community where you get daily workouts. You have a weekly growth mindset podcast speaking from personal experience backed by research every single Monday morning. That's only for Forged and Unbroken members. You get early access to the Forged and Unbroken Fire podcast. You get early access to the In Extremis Readiness podcast. Every single Friday morning, there are movement and mobility videos for injury prevention and rehab and correct movement. That is only for Forged and Unbroken Fire community members. And then there's also some miscellaneous research, reading, and listening. Every week, there's also some inspirational thinking on Sundays from quotes from subject matter experts and theologians and philosophers and all kinds of other stuff. Now, 1/3 of memberships of All Profits are going back to public safety charities and causes every single quarter. There's also a quarterly give back to one randomly drawn Forged and Unbroken Fire community member as a thank you for being a member. So it's only $6 a month. Join today. I appreciate the support. We've already been able to donate a couple $1,000s to charities over the last 2 years. So please like, share, subscribe to the podcast. Check out the Patreon link. And thank you very much. Without further ado, awesome human, super cool friend, Mike Torres.
Chief on the scene. I've got heavy fire, one trap on the second floor, hanging on the window.
The Forged and Unbroken podcast. Now, I appreciate the time that we had spent together just talking shop, whether it was like beers later at night or like in between conference stuff, man. It was cool to get your perspective on a couple of things, which I really appreciate. Let me like kind of tag along for a little bit. So it was cool. Cool that, we had just met and we got to spend, 48, 72 hours together. So, and,
I was bragging about you.
No, I appreciate that, man. What I thought was pretty interesting though, man, was that if we could, let's dig into your background a little bit, because you have your fingers all over the place and you've been able to travel the country in the vein of the fire service. And so if you could like give us just a quick rundown of background, how you got into it. And then I want to start picking apart some of your experiences across, some of your, leadership experiences here for some different departments.
Sure. So I started in the fire service early 99, like 2000-ish. I got an awesome opportunity I honestly didn't want to be a fireman. I had no urge to be a fireman. It wasn't on my map or my radar. I was an electrician. I was just loving being an electrician. It was cool. I was 17 years old, just turning 18, and I'm driving home from a job. I got this guy, Pat McGinnis is his name, Chicago police officer. He was on the SWAT team at the time. He looks over to me, and my nickname was Bull. It's been Bull since I started as an electrician. Nothing fire related, despite what some people think. It was some. I'll tell you that story a little bit later. But he looks at me and he goes, "Hey, Bull, you know what? You'd be a good fireman." And he's got his foot out the window, on my 96 Cavalier. I'm like, "What are you talking about, Pat?" And he goes, "No, you'd be a good fireman, kid. I think you'd be good, Bull. You'll do it." And I sat and I pawned on it. He gave me some things. He's like, "Man, when it's slow during the slow years in the trades, you ain't working. You can do something else, and you can do this on the side, bro." I said, "All right, So I'm sitting home and thinking about it, and I'm like, "Well, I don't know where to start." So I was digging around. I was visiting some firehouses near my house. I lived in Chicago. I've always lived in Chicago, and I was looking at some places that are around me. So I didn't know anything about the fire service. I was totally clueless. I had no clue what I was doing. I still don't know what I'm doing today. So believe it or not, he goes, I stop in this department called Hometown, and they go, "Hey," I go, I'm in EMT school at Christ, which is a hospital right in the area in Oak Lawn, Illinois. And this guy, Glenn DeRoos, answered the door. Big dude, awesome. He goes, Yeah, you want to start here? Talk to the chief, the deputy chief, Mike Casaba. Brings in, he's like, yeah, I'm an EMT school. I'm pretty much done with my EMT. All right, you can start tomorrow. Like, what start tomorrow? What? Like, what? What? I had no idea what I was doing. I got in. That's how I started. I started off in a small volunteer department, not even a full square mile, 5,200 people at the time, condensed in the metropolitan area of Chicago. Right, we border Chicago, Burbank, Evergreen Park, and Oak Lawn. We're surrounded. This little tiny chunk of paradise, I call it, my little monopoly world. And I learned what people may think, what is gonna hopefully not sound too egotistical, but my version of the fire service, right? I was brought, if you tell people right now, especially on the East Coast, majority of the American Fire Service, not where we're safe, but everywhere else, it'd be too extreme. That's too much, that's harass, that's bullying, that's bad. We don't do that. We promote good behavior. You know what? That culture and that environment I was brought in has molded me what I am today. I'm proud. The goods, the bads, the horrible, the sad, the depressing, the greatness, the happiness. I mean, that is why I'm what I am today. I am so, so proud of that. I'm proud of the friends that I've made, the enemies that I have gained. I love the haters. I love the people that give me kind words. I love it all. I'll take it all. And I have just been blessed, man. I've gotten some good opportunities. I worked at many part-time departments, combination, small, big, large. I got the honor to work for, a huge department, Chicago, and everything I've gained from every department across every one of those platforms and all the people I've met, small, wide, have developed to whatever this is. I don't know what it is. I don't know what I am. I'm really weird. I'm strange. I don't have a balance. I don't believe in it. I don't think this is going to sound, again, I hate talking about myself and I'm not an ego person, but at some point I have to sit there and think like, how else am I going to give you an honest answer if I don't just tell you the truth? Right. And the truth is if you want to be, this is going to sound really messed up, but you want to be great. There's sacrifice to be made. And how far does your constitute allow you to do such? Like, how far are you willing to go to be what I think is somewhat great? And I don't think I'm even close. I don't think I'm a fraction of being anything like that. I just think I'm doing pretty good. And I'm happy. I'm happy with just doing pretty good. So that in a nutshell, that's why I'm here. That's how I am. I travel a lot of weird places, man. My story is unique, to say the least.
Dude, I know. I love that. I just heard a quote the other day that said, everything in life leads to consequence. So it doesn't matter if you're sitting still or you're running like your ass is on fire and your head is catching, or you focus on the positive or the negative. Like, you can sit still, anything, like whatever you do, it all leads to some consequence. So action, inaction, there's going to be consequence on the end of that. No pun intended. Like, you're taking the bull by the horns and you're like, dude, I'm going to lean into the weird and the craziness, and I'm going to go experience some shit. And I mean, what little bit I've seen this you speak is that there's passion in everything. And man, that's just so refreshing, man. Like, everybody around you gets fired up, and that's just the effect that you have on everybody. So I love it, man. It's always more people leaned into that,
It's scary. It's scary. That's why it terrifies people, and they feel like you can't, you stifle people by doing those things, and stifling only leads to a lot of bad, negative things. It doesn't lead to anything positive. You put your thumb on that. And you allow not to flourish into something that no one can quantify. No one has the bandwidth of allowing somebody, it doesn't matter, not me, anyone, to allow them to do what they need to do or what they want to do. Like, they can't control it. Like, I can't control it. We'll put a stamp on it. We'll say, this kid's got ADHD. That's what we'll do to kids now, right? They got this condition. They got that condition. How about this? You just let me do, right? Keep me in the guardrails, right? Like a parent, right? Keep me, I don't want to bounce left or right. Don't let them do stupid shit, but allow them to just do. And it'd be remarkable. I mean, you see it across and every platform, like business, firemen, blue collar, white collar work, anything it is, successful people, you allow them to just do their things, And look what happens. You're again, I don't have the bandwidth to explain some of these things. Like, how did you do that? Nobody told me I couldn't. Shit. But we lead ourselves to believe in the American Fire Service that, well, no, that's too much. That's not how we do things. The treasury words. This is how it's always been. Or that's scary. I don't want to do it. Or I can't conform to that. Or I'm the boss. I know best. That leads to just the destruction of everything. The destruction of everything.
Yeah.
So I can't. No offense. And it's hard for me to do it. And I think I am now, with all the experience that I have, I'm just like, fuck it. Like, you know what, dude, at this point in time, I know my value. And if you sit there and stifle me, dude, nah, man, I just can't. I know it's hard. It's really hard for you to, now that I feel learning from, dude, I took tips and bits. I was talking to the guys yesterday about you. I was like, not just because of the podcast or whatever, but I was like, dude, I don't know a lot of shit, but this dude's got this cool thing on his wrist. And man, dude, I can't even figure out what's going on. And it tells you how you feel and how it breaks down and how the mind and the heart and the body worked in real situations. Like, I'm not going to even talk about it because I'm going to probably fuck it all up. So I'm going to let him do it one day. We'll figure it out. You got to get him here. This would be awesome. So, I mean, I take things from everybody. All I want to do is, I don't want to be known for anything. I want to be remembered. I just want to leave like a little shit stain on the American Fire Service. Like, hey, this guy left something here and it's pretty cool. Like, that's it. And even if it washes away in another month or a year, I don't want to be that relevant guy that has to be relevant. I don't. I don't. I can't do it. I don't think I can live that way. My legacy is going to be through my kids. My son's in the fire service now, and he finds it hard from time to time, but I'm like, listen, kid, it's going to be okay. Like, trust me, your struggles are going to be a lot easier. I'll help you out. Like, I'll lead you the way, but you're going to earn that shit, son. Like, you're not going to ride my coattails. You're not gonna, just because guys will give you a pass. I tell everybody, do not. I mean, treat him worse than you would treat your worst enemy, because he'll never learn any other way. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I don't know how I got down that rabbit hole, but
No, man, that's great. I think all too often, like, we have this culture, not just in the fire service, but just in humanity. They're like, hey, listen, plan A or plan B, those are your choices. And you're like, nah, fuck it, I'm going plan C. Like, I'm gonna go kind of make my own path. And that's when like great things happen. But so many people try to sterilize it or like channel you into what's normal and keep it all like in between the ditches. And like, that's great things don't always happen that way, man. So
no, you know what? Now you say that, which is really funny is that it's that they'll tell tons of great firemen I know, tons of them, loads of them. They'll tell them, like, dude, I'll use me for an example, just because it's not fair to say it to somebody else. Dude, we need you on our department, or we need you here, man. Your culture, your passion, you'll change things. You'll do all this, but I'm the guy that you want so bad in your organization, or to lead, or do whatever. But I'm also the guy you don't want to talk about at parties. Like, he's too much. He's
right.
coming. He's like,
Right.
dude, I know we got him, but we break the glass in case of an emergency. That's what we do for this guy. And
Right.
there's a lot of guys out there like me, and but some people choose to stay in that glass and only only come out when I'm broken. Me, on the other hand, it's like, this is what you wanted. That's what confuses me. You want something, you're begging for it, and you go this direction.
Yep.
For positions, for departments. And again, I'm not that extreme where it's out of touch. You have the people crying. You have departments that are like, if I applied for you or I wanted to join your organization, I don't join it for money. I don't join it for cool rigs, great gear. I don't join it for the cool time off. Money's the last. Like I said, I'll say money 100 times because that seems to be the trend these days. How much money can I make? How much time do I get off? I do it because I only want two things in return. Two things. I want empathy and I want love. Those sound corny as shit. Those are like, where the hell did you get that in the American Fire Service? But I'm telling you right now, you get those and you give it to someone like again, just me. You give me those two things, just bare minimum, right? I already know I got security. I know I got a paycheck coming. I know I got benefits. I know I have good rigs, good gear. I know this. I know that this is a given. I show up. I know this shit's here. It's fucking everywhere. I got it. It's awesome shit. But those are two things you have to work at. And to keep me giving to you and you to give to me and me to know that I'm worth your value, that I'm worth your time, those two things to function. Those are my fuel, right? People have coffee. People have, breakfast in the morning. I need to know that you're going to show a little empathy and give me a little love and let me just keep me in a direction where you need to keep me and let me do me. Let me do you, boo. That's what I would say. Do you, boo. Do you. And if you just let me do me, I promise you, I won't let you down. I'll never put anybody in a bad light. But it's funny that you said that. It's just because that's people want these things, but they don't have the courage to allow it to happen. They just don't. They can't, man, they just don't want to let it go. Like I personally, if I were a chief of department, I had a wacko like me roaming around, I'd be like, you know what? Fuck it, go. Just go. Just don't make me look bad, dude. I told when I was leadership roles and stuff like that and officer roles, I had a good chief, John Hojak, telling me, he's like, just don't make me do my fucking job. That's it. And I took that. I go, don't make me do my job. And no real friend, no real leader, no real anything will ever go, dude, how'd you, put you in that predicament? Like, why would you do that to me? I thought we were boys. We're so tight. We're brothers. We're brothers. We're brothers when shit's not happening. We're brothers. But when shit hits the fan, I need to turn around and go, hey, where's the where's the brotherhood at? Where it's at? Nowhere. It's too tough. They don't want to stand by that shit. That's true friendship, true love, true brotherhood, true everything. When I can look back when the shit's fucking just messed up, I don't care what you did, criminally or not. I have a relationship with you. We built over time. I know who you are. I don't care how bad it looks. I'm still going to defend you and be behind you. I'm going to support you. Yeah, you did something wrong, or you didn't, or it's just a rumor, or whatever. I'm right here, man. I'm not going to leave you alone. I'm not going to say, handle it on your own. I'm going to go, I'm right here, dude. I'm right here. I ain't going anywhere. Just, you want to talk to me? I'm fucking right here. So I think when you said that question, like I said, I go down rabbit holes a lot. I feel that if you just support, you give that empathy, that love, that true meaningship behind the hard times, right? It's endless. Again, there's no bandwidth. There's zero. If anybody can bottle that up and let me know how you can control something like that, I would love to see it. And I think you and I can both agree to this. Give me a department that across all platforms in the department, I mean, from pay, time off, to culture, to how they run operationally, the fire, the EMS ratio, right? We want more fires than EMS, but you give me all of that, and you've got some hard-hitting pipers that'll literally die for you. That 3 a.m. friend we hear all across social media, right? That guys, and you build it and you put it under one roof or into a department. I want to go there. Sign me up. I'm there. I don't give a shit. I don't care if you make 20,000 a year. I don't give a shit. I'm there. That's what I want. That's what I want. Right? It doesn't exist though. That's the unicorn. It doesn't exist. We'll get close. But
man, I'll argue that till I'm blue in the face, man. I especially later on in my career where I value but more, I ask the question, choose people or choose assignment, and I'll choose people all day now. I've been at some amazing assignments, but it doesn't mean a fucking thing if you don't have the right people. And I know we use that word culture and we throw it around way too easy. I think what you said, man, it's totally different when like behind closed doors, or even when you're not in the room, you got your guys defending you. And kind of going back to what you said about being your own person, man, like that's one of the top 5 regrets of the dying is not leading a life that was true to yourself. So you take your own personalities with all the scars and madness and all the weirdness that you are, and you bring it into Firehouse culture. You let that out, and like the true brothers, like you said, the empathy and the love, for a lot of us, it's a language you got to learn. We're not always as great at it, but you learn it, man. Like the relationships are deeper, the quality of your work gets better. Like there's nothing you can't do. And I actually want to skip ahead on this one a little bit, just because you're already talking about it. There's
I seem to mess up people's podcasts all the time.
No, I love this, man. I love the rabbit holes. I'm here for it. So you're talking about like when bad, or like when challenging things happen, like, you got your guys behind you, or they chuck the deuces and you rolled out, you look behind you, they're gone, right? I use this example a lot when I'm traveling around. Is one of the original Revolutionary War battle flags was the Appeal to Heaven flag, and it was kind of like a middle finger to the king, in that, like, listen, you're trying to like keep this under your thumb, but we don't answer to you. The modern day take on that is you have rules and policy or characters that are not right, or they're not just, or maybe they don't fit the bill in this one situation, whether it be you have to break a policy to perform a rescue, whatever the case may be. The flip side of that is, sometimes there's a moral higher ground. The right thing is always the right thing, and it's going to fly in the face of an order, a policy, a directive from somebody up, and you got to make that hard decision. And I think too many people often will sit back and be like, "Nah, the policy says what the policy says, man." Or, "Yeah, that guy's over there doing that thing, but he directly affects my paycheck or my culture. He's going to transfer me, so I ain't messing with that." And I'm like, "Nah, bullshit. Like, you can't necessarily be an antagonist every single minute of every single day, but when push comes to shove, you got to make hard decisions, and you may have to break policy, and you got to know the policy." Like, I think Matthew McConaughey said, you got to know the rules before you can break them. But I think there's a time and a place for it. And we don't have to get into like the specifics of background and your experiences necessarily, but I feel like you've been there. So what does that mean to you? Like, sometimes there's a moral higher ground, or the right thing is the right thing, but it flies in the face of a directive, a policy, or rule. Like, I feel like I really want your take on this.
Policies and procedures are a good thing. I'm not a rule breaker of saying like, hey, these are all garbage, they're stupid as shit, they're dumb, right? There are a set of rules. There has to be a small standard for inside the firehouse, right? There has to be, right? I think that when you write a policy on how to fight a structure fire, when you write a standard on how a rescue should be attained, or a policy on, or a guideline, or a general order, whatever the hell you call them these days, when you start to do that, you put in black and white, you put it in a box, and you say, I can only follow the rules inside this box, right? Especially, I mean, come on. I think you've been to a fire once or twice, right? Same here, right? But a couple times here and there. And when you sit there and tell you that this is how it's done, the rules say this, and you don't let me just like, shit, dude, there's sometimes an audible, right? If you trust me to know that I did and I know my job, right? Just let me do it. Relax. I'm not gonna look. I think you have to. I know I did, and I said this before. All this fucking social media bullshit. I don't care. I literally took it to heart when I rose my hand for the first time for CFD, right? Because I mean, you get a badge at all these other departments, and you're working for the department. I'm not saying those are insignificant to me, not at all. I just, for some reason, when I felt, when I rose my hand and I said, I'm going to risk my life for a complete stranger, like, for anybody, for the, like, all honesty, I really fucking meant it. Like,
Yeah.
I really literally took to my wife and I told her, like, look, babe, like, I really love you. Like, I really do. I don't want to die. I don't want to leave my kids fatherless. I don't want to leave my friends father, best friend-ish, whatever the fuck word is. But I don't want to do that. But I took that to heart to say, I don't care who you are, because I'll break every fucking rule if I have to save your ass. I'll break any other rule and I'll live with it. I don't care. I'm going to be proficient. I'm going to go in without a mask. I've given CPR on children without a BVM. I don't care. I don't care. Suck their face. Don't give a shit. I don't care. I don't care if I got blood all over my hands, open cuts. I don't care. That's my job. I came to a revelation maybe a year ago. I could not figure out what my purpose in the fire service was. It's cool. I'm teaching. It's cool. Cool doing all my thing. It's awesome. Cool shit. It's awesome. Podcast. It's cool shit. I didn't know what my why was.
Mm.
And I reflected on my mother, and my mom said, Michael, whatever you do, just be the best at it. I don't care what you do. I don't care if you're sewing shoes. I'll always be proud of you. I don't care if you cut hair. I don't care, Michael. Just be the best at whatever it is. And I realized, I'm like, shit, that's it. I'm not the best at being a fireman. I'm the best at serving. I'm the best at giving. I am the best. I am. I don't care what anybody says. I am the best servant you'll ever find. Right? You got Jesus right here. I feel I'm right here.
Yeah.
He gave it all. I've fucking given it right there with him. That may sound fucked up in some people's eyes.
Oh.
That's just my personal opinion about myself. I feel I guess you can equate that to that's how highly I hold my oath to people, right? That's my oath. That was my oath. That's how high I hold it. I hold it tremendously high.
Dude, that's fucking refreshing, man. I think and the one thing I really want to lean in on what you just said is that you are identifying with something that cannot be taken away from you, and that's service. I think too many people identify with something that can be taken away from them, whether it's the loss of the profession, it is an injury, an illness, just change in whatever economics. Like so many people, like I am a father. I am a firefighter. That is me. That is all I am. That shit can be taken from you any day. But the mindset of serving and serving others, that cannot be taken away from you. In whatever capacity, health you have, you can still serve. And I think it's a nuanced difference, but I think it's of massive importance. And too many people are like, nah, I'm a firefighter. Dude, that shit can be taken from you tomorrow. And when you flip the script and keep the mindset that you have, you're going to be healthier. And that's something that you can lean in on to the end of your days. So I appreciate that. I think that's massive.
Yeah. Again, I had to find something. I had to find a roadmap to sit there and say, and like you said, anybody could say, I'm a good fireman or I'm a fireman. That's cool. That's cool. Like you said, you get injured, something happens. You can always say, well, you're still always a fireman, like, all right, kinda, like, sure. All right. I'm gonna, no matter what, I can still keep serving in whatever capacity I'm going to do it at. I will do it. And I find it hard sometimes when you go back to the question about policies and procedures that again, I'll keep using that word stifle. You hold me back. You put me back in that box and say, these are the rules and we don't break these rules. Now, there are organizations out there, and I am proudful to say that I've been involved in a couple of them here and there. And to allow the people, there's that phrase out there, right? My buddy Trevor, I think, said it. And then all of a sudden it was all over the place in social media. I don't know how that happened, but he said it. And he goes, just let firemen be firemen. Just let us do what we do, right? And I think it's an ego thing. If you're not comfortable with yourself, you're not comfortable with how things are handled in your organization, if you're not comfortable and giving everything to your people, that's why you have these rules, and you can't escape those boxes, right? And you don't allow to trust your people to do what they need to do. Let them do it, right? Now, look, I've had a chief hat on once or twice, and I get what that looks like on the other side of it, right? If I start to do that, I still have to keep those reins on you, right? Because I see me as you. So I see all the people that they don't serve me. I serve them, right? The people that I have to give back to that are in my care or charter or whatever you want to call, whatever word you want to use. I don't have the best vernacular from time to time, but I feel like if I treat them like my children, I treat everyone like my children. I lead with empathy. I lead with love. I serve you. I answer your whys, right? Constantino, my middle son, he goes, hey, Dad, why do you keep saying because I said so or because I'm the dad? I go, you know what? You're fucking right, dude. Fuck that. What question you got? Let's go. And he's like, well, why? And then it was so surprising to me because my dad did it to me for forever. He still does it. Sometimes he does that shit. He's like, because I said so, Michael. And I'm like, all right, that makes a lot of sense. But I looked at him because it's like looking at me in the mirror of getting the fucking question I wanted. The question was why? And I answered his why. And he was like, oh, all right, well, that makes sense. Holy shit. Holy fuck. Look at this. You do that to the firehouse. You do that to your people. Can you imagine what you can get done in the fire service? Holy shit. Instead of just saying, no, that's not fuck. Here's the rules. No.
Yep.
That's how it's always been. That's how we've always run it. That's how historically this department's ran. Like, fuck. Stop it. Just allow it to happen. Just ease it in. Just go, shh. It's okay. It's going to hurt 1 second. I'm just going to put my finger on it. It's going to hurt. But I bet you it's going to be, you're going to like it. You're going to like it. Right? So I think those rules, again, they constrain us to do just certain things. I have this opportunity coming up here of possibly, I hate doing this because I just texted my buddy who wrote me a letter of recommendation. I said, I pray, but I always feel prayer is not meant for asking, right? I feel like that's like a slap in his face, right? That's like a slap against everything that you believe in your faith. But I'm not gonna lie a little bit. I got a little prayer going in a couple times today. Matter of fact, a lot. And there's this position I want. It's a leadership role. It's the number 2 in an organization. I want to be in that position because I feel like there's my chance again to leave that stain. So all this shit I talk, just let me try it. And being in that role, I can do it. I can show you what it looks like. I honestly, here's the ego part, right? Everyone's like, oh, what do you feel like? How do you feel like teaching and this and that? What do you want to leave? And this, fuck all that. I want you to go back and read in an article or just talk about on a social media platform or just the whispers in the fucking wind that there's a dude at this department in this place and he's letting them do what they want. It's not like free range, but I'm going to lead and it's going to sound corny. It's going to work. And I just let me try it. Please, I'm begging you, just let me try this. I am going to lead by love and empathy. Let me fucking try it. Trust me, I got the operational side down. I got that command present. I got that. That's no problem. I will do that. I will train you. I will make you guys as bad as you want to be with the sacrifices you're going to make. I'll get you there. That I can do. But if I love you and you love me back in that same weird way that firemen always think, well, you love me, ooh, right? If you can get past that part, I can show you what real winning looks like, right? You've never seen it before. And I'm scary because I really don't know what it looks like at the end of the tunnel. I talk a mean game, but I don't hope this, people don't take this the wrong way, but like, fuck, I don't know 100%. This is still theory. I may have kumbayas and some guys want to do yoga and they're like, shit, dude, I don't care what you do. Just when you leave these doors, be the baddest mojos out there, man. Like, kill it, send it, because it's all about them. I don't give a shit about, I love you, but give it to them too, right? We're going to do it as a team. So I feel like if I can get that opportunity to show you what it looks like. You ever see the movie Maximus or Gladiator?
Yeah.
See the movie?
Yep, love it.
It's corny. So, and this made sense when I was thinking about this. Was Proximo? He was in the room talking to Proximo. He's in Proximo's. What do you want, boy, girl? What do you want? And he told him he wants to be in front of the emperor. Well, he gave him a word of advice. Proximo told Maximus. He says, "I wasn't a great, warrior because I can swing my sword. I kill quickly. I wasn't. I won the crowd. Win the crowd." You'll win, right? You'll become that gladiator. You'll win your freedom. I win my people showing through love and empathy. And there's all the other stuff, but those are my 2 big ones. And give sprinkle a lot of humility in there, right? Dump some egos, shit like that. I don't know where that department's going to go, right? It's almost like I'm your genie. You just rub me and I'm going to give you your wishes. And guess what? You can wish as much as you want. I'm going to just go within constraints, right? Like, If you come up and tell me, hey, Chief, I want to give you, can you give us another $10,000 raise? I'll give you a $2,000 raise, and maybe I can give you some more training hours and training time off, and I'll do my best. But I don't have that, right? My tree in the backyard ran out of dollars. I ain't got no
Yeah.
more. I'm gonna go on the hunt. I'll do whatever it takes to make you get there, and I'll get you that money. I will do it. I sacrificed giving back money when they told me a salary was going to be, let's say you're going to make 150,000. I said, give me 100,000. Take that two and give it to two of the acting officers who haven't been making any money in that position. I think that's as best I can do for the time being, right? Again, I'm serving you. It's not me. I can give a shit. I can care less about the monetary value. I know my wife will kill me. She's like, well, Mike, we need the money. Well, babe, we've been comfortable living a certain lifestyle. No more shopping all day at Amazon, babe. You gotta do something else, right? I love her to death. She'll probably blame me because I spent all the money, but buying fireman shit. But I think if you allow that to happen and you take those rules, have them there. They're in the books. If you need to go to them, you understand, how they work, and you can navigate through them. I won't ever give you the reason to break them. I'll never give you the reason to break them. They're cool. They're there. They're there. They're cool. They're on the shelf. They're fucking, you got to have them, right? There's legality. There's lawyers. You got to have this shit. But I'll never, ever give you a reason. I'll never set you up for failure or put you in a trick bag to where, hey, Chief, I went in that building. I know that 2 and 2 there was nobody there, but I saw her jump in the window. I did make a grab. She passed, but I did it. Am I in trouble? Are you what? Get the fuck. No. You're not in trouble. I will die on that hill. I will pay whatever lawyer fee. If that costs me my job because I told you it was okay, then so be it. Lock me up.
Right.
So be it. But that people can't, swallow that pill. That's why, I love this place. I love this state. I love this department. I love where I'm at. But I sacrificed a lot in Colorado. And this is why I'm here. I jumped on a sword. I died. I sacrificed my career, my lifestyle, my family, my money, my everything to protect others. And I got fired for it. I'll do it again.
Yeah. Well, I think the difference is that you can sleep well at night knowing that you did the right thing. And too many people I'm not going to sacrifice this or that. But then they've broken their own moral code and they don't fucking sleep at night. They're doing donuts in their bed because the angst of not doing the right thing just fucking buries them. Now, you have the downstream effect and all the stress that came with the decisions that you made. But I think if you really split it out, you were true to your core values, like you said, the empathy and the love and the service and the humility, and you can fucking sleep well at night knowing that you did the right thing. A lot of people can't do that. So I think even with all the stress and angst and life changes that came with it, like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. So what is it that gets in the way? I think you've already talked about your leadership values and your core values, the way you live your life. What is it that's getting in the way for other people to do that exact same thing? Like, they bottle themselves up. They don't do the right thing. They play it safe.
It's because they don't have the people I have. They don't. Good or living. Let me define. If you don't know what it looks like to win or tried it or been through it, bad, good, great, devastating, life crushing, best friends dying, parents dying, friends leaving, losing money, if you've never experienced any of this, and then you don't have the people that I personally, for me, I can't sleep at night knowing that I failed my mother. I failed my mentor, Tony Volpe, all my friends that I talk shit with and about that I came up in the fire service about, to look them in the eye and go, dude, you're a fucking phony. For them to tell me that and say I failed you is the worst thing in the world. It's like, yeah, I could win the lottery tomorrow. I could be the chief of any department or whatever the case may be, and you're living on the high horse. You're the baddest fucking, but it's fucking fake, dude. You're fake. You're fucking fake. And people can't. Oh God, who the fuck you told me that? Well, you know what? I'm proud that I didn't suck dick to get where I need to be. I'm proud I didn't kiss that ring. Fuck you. If you want to do it, that's on you. That ain't on me. because I know I'll look at my dad in the face. My dad always told me, he goes, Mijo, if you fucking bow down to that, you're no better than the next guy that does it. Don't worry about it. Your time will come. Don't worry about it. Yeah, you didn't get it. You could have, if you just did, that's all you did. You could have got it. You could be the baddest fucking, you could be the king of every department in the country, whatever. All you gotta do is just, I can't do it. I can't do it. I just can't. It's hard for me. It's really hard for me to fucking, I love movies. I'm not a sports guy. I hate sports. That's probably the weirdest thing to hear from me, but, or from a male and type of deal. I just don't like sports. Well, I love movies, and I think of Leonidas. My knee just can't bow down to you, right? Like I just can't. I can't do it. So I absolutely, I sleep pretty good at night. I'm lying to you if I tell you that it doesn't hurt. It's not. It's, like, I think that's definitely a facade that people put on. Like, yeah, I went through all this shit. You're telling me, motherfucker, it sucks. Like, you went through some hell, dude. That sucks. That's horrible. And they're like, no problem. I lost $5 billion. It's no problem. I'm good. I just made it back. Like, you can't tell me you were like, fuck, give me the gun. I want to blow my brains out. Like, stop it. That's a fucking lie. I think I just had to be, I'm real with myself to go, I was in some really dark tunnels. I've been there before. I think with me being there before and being in that state in mental health, whatever, being in that fucking shithole, dark, deep tunnel, and you've been there before, you got your buddy with that fucking lighter in the back tunnel. Mike.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you good? You good?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I was worried about you there for a minute. You know what? That's what gets me up to that next point. That's what's like, I did it. And that's the separation, right? That's the separation of people that don't want to do it. They don't have those experiences. And I am grateful. I said in the shower, I'm showering and fucking, what's that motivational speaker? He's got the big smile. Big smiles, tall dude, monstrous guy. I forgot his fucking name.
Robbins, that dude?
What is it?
Tony Robbins, that one?
That's it. Yeah, that's him. That's that fucker. Yeah. Dude, funny as shit. He gets me going, I'm pretty excited. But he said something. He's like, stop saying, why are these things happening to me? Why is this happening? Why? I don't get it. Instead of, I'm glad it happened to me. I'm glad.
Yeah.
Now I have an arsenal, right? We talked about in the fire service, recognition, prime decision making, the slideshow in your skull. Well, guess what? I bet you a good majority of the American fire service doesn't have that slideshow for this. And then that's where we fail in leadership. We fail in culture. We fail in attitudes. We fail in running departments, being a company officer, being a fucking mentor. We failed because that part of your recognition, prime decision making fucking sucks. Just sucks. Or you don't have it. It doesn't even exist. You don't know what it looks like.
Yeah, you have no bandwidth for.
You don't have it. Yeah. So I mean, that's the separation, right? That's the why is it so hard for people? Because they don't have it. And again, I'm not shitting on anyone or shitting on an organization. That's not me. I'm just giving you facts and the direct questions and direct answers, right? The reason why it's so difficult for them to understand it or see it or be having to put up with it is because you've never gone through it. And that speaks volumes, right? If you've gone through it, you've been to that fire, you've done this, it makes it so much easier for that chief officer, that leader, that mentor, the company officer to go, yeah, I get that. No, I got that. Yeah, I see it. And then rule book, that's cool. I get it. But you did what you had to do and I got you, right? I support that. So it's difficult. And until they experience it or allow them to trust your guys a little bit more with leading with something besides rules, fucking iron fist, and just go, okay, that's cool. Let's try this. Maybe it'll be all right.
Yeah.
Funny thing is I had a boss, complete shitbag, but he taught me some valuable lessons. And that was one of them, is like, let them lead, let them fail, but don't cripple them by doing that. Don't start that mindset of that tone, like, well, if I do this, I'm going to get in trouble, or chief doesn't like this, let's not do that. Or, the shift, the union is not going to go with it because you're going against our flow because we want more money. But and more money. If I get more time, I can do more on your side. You know, they just don't see that. So I think, you know, when we talk about like mentors and shit like that, I I take from everybody that I've learned from, good and bad, and I put it all in this little spank bank of my head, and I go, all right. So I'm in this situation. Do I have something in that recognition, prime decision making? I got the fire side good, but I don't know about this leadership thing. Right? I'm clueless. I don't understand it. Oh, I did this. Or I can go to one of my wise men. People call it, like, some people just have one mentor. I have many, right? I'm like a Viking. I pray to many gods. I have many gods, right? I have many guys I go to, and I go, if it's a family thing, I go to my father, right? Or I go to, God rest his soul, I used to go to Dan Capuano all the time. I used to talk about all kinds of shit. I miss him. I miss his dad and fatherly advice, but we're not going to hang up on that. But I need a advice from a chief, like this thing I'm doing now. We should name nameless for the moment. What I'm trying to do. But I go and talk to Steve Chief Alley, Will McKenzie, all the guys in Ashland, Chris Spears, Patty Boggs in Lexington. It's so weird that I'm here in Kentucky because that's kind of where I started my teaching off in many years ago.
Yeah, cool.
And it's bittersweet that I'm back here. Crazy. It's fucking crazy. I'm back here, and now I live here, right? I work for a department in Kentucky. I'm on the State Fire Commission, and when I have to go and I have to find my wise men and all these people, I go and I ask for advice. I'd be like, hey, how would you approach this? Good or bad? Give me the skinny. They're like, hey, how do you want me to write your letter of recommendation? I go, don't lie. If you think I'm a shitbag, put it in there. Put it in there. I don't care. Dude, that may sound super weird to people. Like, wait, don't you want the job? Yeah, I want it. I want it the right way.
Yeah.
I don't want to be the squeaky wheel. I don't want to be the guy who keeps bothering you. I don't want to be the guy that has all these papers on the wall and look what I want you to hear the good and bad. You're going to select me because of both. And you're going to have to live with that decision. It's like you going out and voting. I don't want to hear you fucking piss and cry and moan about, oh, this guy's now the president. This guy's now my mayor. This guy, motherfucker, you had a chance. You voted or you didn't. That's on you. You had a choice to put in for, dealing with something with your union or your local, and you had to go down and do legislation. That's on you. That's not on me. Right? So I wanted to give everybody the fair perspective of who I am, the goods, the bads, the uglies, the scaries, the unknowns. That's the biggest one. That is the hurdle I have right now. And I'm trying to learn still. I have these 3 hurdles I'm really stuck on right now. And I don't know how to overcome them. I'm failing miserably at this right now. And it comes to when I want to do a chief officer position, because the one is the unknown of, who is this guy? When you're an outsider coming into an organization that they don't know about, yeah, you can do your background. You're going to have haters. You're going to have people that love you. You're going to have bad things wrote about you, but you don't know the real story, right? The middle is where you want. I don't give a fuck about the end or beginning of where you're at. It's right here in the middle. That's the sweet spot, right? That's like when we go teaching. When you go on teach, the best class, the best class you teach, Sammy Hiddle told me, the best version of your class you teach during the day is like right before the afternoon, right? The beginning is the shitty one. Like you're just getting in your rhythm. You're like, I fuck that one. We'll do it the next round, right? The next group of guys that come through the rotation. And then that's the sweet spot. And then at the end, you're like, I just want to get the fuck out of here, right? I'll try to give it all, but I'm like tired. They're tired. Fuck it. Let's just finish this out. Let's go home. So the sweet spot's right there in the middle. And I take that for my personality, who I am. Right? You got my cools and I got my uglies. I got my unknowns, but being that you don't know what I am scares people.
Yeah.
I worked really hard on going to classes, getting educated, getting certifications, getting accreditations. I worked my ass off to do it. Don't shame me for doing it. And this is how they shame you. You're overqualified. Or I don't have these certs, or I don't have these accreditations. I've never gone to this department. I've never served like this. So you don't want me because I don't match up to you? Right? Like, we're a fucking team, bro. I'm going to fucking give it all. All this shit I learned, it's for sale. And you know what the cost is? It's fucking free. Right? What bargain? What fireman don't like bargains of free 99? Everybody loves free. Like, dude, it's free. It's yours. Take it. I don't give a shit. I'll give it everything I got. So why do you shame me for being incredibly qualified with my experience? Why? Because you don't have it. That's another hurdle. The last and final hurdle is myself. My doubts that I feel like being too open and personal, and what I've been told in the past, like, Mike, you wear your heart on your sleeve. Don't do that.
Nah, bullshit.
I say the same thing, but I have curtailed that. So I've done tons of interviews and gone through tons of processes, and I honestly, I like going through them, not because I know I'm not going to get it or I could be close. Or surprisingly, I get really far in a process, and it's like, oh shit, like, all right, cool. I'm learning. I am your version of AI right now, and I'm just not a computer because I'm dumb as shit. So but I learn from that stuff, right? Like you should, right? I guess I think that's a thing, right? You should practice and learn. I don't know. Maybe I made that up, but I learned from all these interviews and experiences, and I take them and I'm like, all right, don't do that again. And for a time, I was not doing that. I was like, don't show them all my cards. Don't show them how personable you are, how much passion you have, because that scares them. Because that goes back to my middle one of like, I earned all this, my experience. I dumb it down because I do really hate talking about myself in interviews, right? Fucking hate it, right? I just did these things because Ray Hoff said once, or not Ray Hoff, Bob Hoff, his brother, at one time the commissioner of the Chicago Fire Department, chief of Carroll Stream now. Carroll Stream. Just a all around unbelievable man. He just said, if you want to do this job, you have to eat, breathe, and shit this stuff. There's no other exceptions. There's none. Zero. There are no other exceptions. And I took that to heart years ago when I heard him say it, right? I felt like he was talking to me personally, like, oh, yes, sir. Yes, I'm doing it, right? But I'll be honest with you, like, people don't want to do that. I need a balance.
Water it down.
Yeah, and that's cool. People are like, well, family's really important. Yes, it is. I have a family here too, though. I have an oath and obligation to my family here. I love my kids. I told somebody real recently, here's my family. Here is my job at the fire service. Sometimes it kind of goes like this, and sometimes it's even like this. Unfortunately, that's just the way I'm built. I can't turn it off. Scott always tries to help me out with this, and I think he's found out a system, and I love the way he teaches this stuff. Scott Kleinschmidt from Wichita. I go to him for a lot of stuff and advice as well. And I go, Scotty, he's like, toggles and switches, Mikey, toggles and switches. He got that from somebody else, but he's like, you got to control instead of like, everything was always a light switch. See, light goes on. I need light, right? Light's on. Like, it's on, right? And that's how I treated everything in the fire service. It's on, I'm on, fucking don't stop, go. But I learned that it's more of a toggle or a volume control. I call it volume. I need to amp down what I'm hearing from my kids for 5 minutes, all the way down, and I'm paying attention to this really important phone call from the guy at the firehouse who, anyone else besides me would go, hey, bro, I got to call you back. I'm with my family. It's cool. Okay. I need you right now. Why they're calling me? They need me right now. My kids love me. They know, they understand. We have this same mindset. Like, daddy's got to take this. My wife now knows. She's a saint. She's going to heaven, just so you know. Automatic sainthood. She knows now. She hates it. She fucking hates me for it. But she's like, all right. Thing. It's there's something. If they're calling me right now, something's fucked. Something's fucked. And cool, I'm down. I am your 3 a.m. friend. Something's on. All right, dude. Let me get my shit. Let me get my pistol. Fucking shit. I got my phone. Got my radio. Like, something's up. Something's up. You need me. Let's go. Right. I feel that's what stops me, though. Like, now, this current one that's coming up, I'm going to give it my all. Some people are like, I don't think you should do that. And some are like, hell yeah, do that. Other people are like, stay in the middle. I don't know what to do. I'm terrified. I'm scared. I'm always scared. People think, like, my kid asked me, he's like, are you scared to go to fires? Are you scared of fires and stuff like that? I go, absolutely, 100%. Every call I go on, I'm terrified of everything. From an EMS run to a fire, car wreck, pin in, a wreck, technical rescue, every one of them, terrified. 100%. No, I don't tell anybody. I'm fucking terrified, though. You want to know what, though? It's just because I respect it. I don't let it get too far out of the respect I'm going to give you, right? I feel that healthy fear, not like, oh, I'm fucking scared. It's smoky. It's hot. That's a lot of other motherfuckers out there. That's where the birth of hit it from the outside and transitional attack and all that shit came from. Granted, there's good data behind it, but it doesn't have to be biblical. That's what a lot of people do. They treat it to like the word of the Lord. Thou shalt do. This is what the book of lies tells me. Ifsta tells me this. You will. If like they all tell me, dude, that's cool. It's a cool thing to read and understand and know that it's real. It is real, but I can manipulate. I can manipulate that with my skills and experience that I've learned from others. And I can go into another story with that later. But I'm gonna go into this one terrified and gonna give it my all. I am blessed that I have dudes in my corner writing letters saying, like, look, dude, if you don't pass this, you pass this dude up and you chose another guy, I gotta know why. Like, literally, for my professional development, my sanity, let's just say it, my sanity. How can I not land that position to show you what I can do for you? All right, I'm working with you. We're together. You're my kids, whatever position I'm in. Why won't you just let me try? Right? Sammy told me a story of a guy that took a chief's position somewhere. I think maybe it's Florida. I forgot. But the story goes like this. He said, he's in front of the board and the city commissioners and all this shit. And he goes, look, if you want to choose me and you choose me, I want you to pay me $1. That's my salary for the first year, $1. And after that first year, I suck and I'm not what you wanted. And I just didn't do what I was supposed to do, whatever the case may be. And you want me gone, then get rid of me. You lose what? $1. No back pay, no nothing. Like, it's $1, right? Look, trust me, some people in this day and age in the fire service, $1 is a lot, but neither here nor there. But if you want me and we're successful, then we go back to previous what you're offered, the contract, so and so. I'm going to prove you my worth. I think that speaks loads and volumes. I can't do the job for $1, but there's other things that I can do. Like I know that this department needs guys. They want 2 guys. Like they need 2 guys to up their staffing. Well, if you're going to pay me, let's make up a number, $90,000 a year. Pay me $80,000 a year for the first 2 years to give those guys 10 grand each or 5 grand each to get them in the doors to say, well, I was going to go to XYZ department because they were paying me a little bit more. Well, I'm going to pay you more right now. That's my sacrifice I'm going to give you. I don't know what else I can do. Trust me. I told my wife that same thing. That's what I'm going to tell them when I'm there. I'm sacrificing this. People are like, oh my God. Some chiefs looked at me like, what? I think not because I want the job, not because I want it, right? I think we need to separate this. I want to show you my level of commitment, sacrifice, servitude that I'm going to give you. This is how far I'm willing to go. Not because I want the position. Yeah, I'm not going to lie to you. I really fucking want it, but I'm going to show you through action, not through words. Granted, my words, I feel, go pretty far, right? Words matter. Whatever you say, you better fucking do, and don't change it, right? But my actions are going to even speak louder than my words. I'm going to show you what I fucking mean. And we'll figure it out at the end, right? Like, again, it's not about money. It has nothing to do with stuff like that. It has about how I feel about, see, look, it's crazy. Look, check this out. It's that empathy of how they need to struggle. They need to find a job. They need X amount of dollars. I'm going to give you the Maslow scale. I'm going to give you your needs that you need, money to live, to buy food, groceries, roof over your head. I'm going to give you more to show you that I'm giving you value. This is how much you mean to me. I'm willing to sacrifice whatever I have, whatever I can afford to do. Can't be $1, but it can be something, right? I'm willing to do that for you, to get you here, to show you that I'm going to do whatever it takes to make the best version of you, right? I don't care. I'll do it. Let's do it. Granted, my wife was like, if you think that's best, babe, so far you haven't led me wrong. You haven't let our family down. And that was crippling, emotionally crippling for me. Like, for her to say those words, it took this long, 20 years. We were married 20 years. We've been together like 23. For her to say that to me, especially in where I'm at in my career, for her to say that to me was like, oh shit. All right. Fuck. All right. Cool. you're that chick that's gonna take that gun and hide it after I just killed that dude. Like, all right, the Goodfellas, right? Take this gun, hide it. Like, all right, that's why I knew I loved him, right? That's it.
Yeah.
So
She's got the
sorry
shovel.
about that one, but yeah, I think those are my three things that are holding me up right now. I'm still navigating through it. This next one's is gonna test me, because I'll be honest with you, if it doesn't happen for me, I'm not gonna be down. Like, I'm gonna be upset. Like, it's gonna be really hard. But I'm gonna learn from it again. And a lot of the learning is, it's just because of all the things we just talked about. Was they're afraid, they don't know. Those three things have been holding me up recently. And I'm like, fuck, dude, really? Like, why don't you just talk to me? Like, instead of going off a piece of paper or scoring. I love the scoring system. Dude, are you for subjective questions? Like, what's your best quality about yourself? Okay, you answer the question because you asked me what my opinion of my best quality about myself, but you're gonna grade me on it? How the fuck how do you do this?
Come in there with your empathy and love and service and humility, and like, nah, 3 out of 5.
Yeah, right. Not good enough for me. Not good. I want to see. I roll with a fist in management. I'm going to tell you what the fuck to do, and if you don't do it, go fuck yourself. Like, all right, that's the guy we want. Okay, let's see how. Again, you're going to live in that same rut, in that same department, same organization, whatever it is, forever, and you're happy with it.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I think to me, that's crazy. I lose you again, buddy.
No, you're still here. Sometimes the screen will black out, but no, I still got audio. So it's a similar vein, switching gears just slightly.
Sorry, dude.
No, man, I love this. Dude, I'm on fire right now. When we were talking back in March, we were nerding out. I nerd out on the metabolic stuff. I was giving you info on your data watch or Apple Watch, and you started pulling data from way back when you were going through some shit, right? You're like, I wasn't even that active, but now I see the stress that I was under was manifesting itself in my physical body. And so like the mental side versus physical side, like my Whoop thought I was doing these crazy, or my Apple Watch thought I was doing these crazy workouts. I was just under a shit ton of stress. And now, like, I remember reflecting back on that, you're like, holy shit. And I remember you were saying from that, you got back into the, physical effort and, getting back on the path, so to speak. I just thought that was super interesting that you were able to reflect back on that and be like, damn, I was going through some shit. And here's like proof on it. How has that changed, or has that changed anything for you? Or if for nothing else, just speaking from, I went through some shit. Yeah, I can sleep well at night knowing I did the right thing, but it took its toll on me. I have data to show how it truly affected mind and body. But you know what? Here I am on the other side. I'm in a good place, and I'm using that as fuel to just be better physically, mentally, emotionally. I remember we were just sitting there nerding out, like, you're like, holy shit, like this, like you saw the bars on the graph, like you had these crazy workouts. Like, I wasn't working out. I was under stress.
Now, I think I was sleeping. One, I want to tell you, thank you, and I love you for sharing that stuff with me. Like when I sat through your class, and then we talked at that little outing that night, and he showed me how to work my watch. I'm like, I went home right, like when I got home, I go, babe, you got to check this shit out. So this dude shows me this shit on the watch. That's when I was fucked up. Remember that shit? Like, and I wasn't working out. Like, I was totally blown away. I was telling all the guys anybody I saw, I was preaching the word. Do you know this guy? He's got this crazy program, dude. You got it. It's fucking blows my mind. You're like you're the guy who gave caveman fire, right? The discovery of fire. You're like, check this shit out, bro. Look, it burns. Like, that's how you felt to me. So thank you for that. Man, it blew me away. I think I take that information now, which is cool. And it's just, right now it works for me because I go work out. I worked out last night. I looked at my watch. I'm like, oh shit, okay, well, I hit that marker. That was nice. And I didn't do that much, or last time I did a little bit more. And I kind of gauge stuff. And I feel, one, it's got me just healthier, right? Healthier. Cool. I think I'm going to take that data. I got to look back. I just did a battalion chief interview. I got to see how I felt about that. I think I looked at it I'm like Hannibal Lecter. My pulse didn't go above 60 when I bit that chick's nose off, kind of thing, right? Like, I think in my interview, I think I was calm, right?
Good.
I was. I take that information and I go back and I'm going to reflect on that. And I think this next round or the next rounds, I'm not done. Like, I'm going to try again. I'm going to try. It's hard to get back on the horse and try again, right? Doing a process. It's because I'll be honest, it's disheartening. So that information keeps me motivated, right? It's like, all right, Mike, when that question came up, you felt weird about it, right? I mean, I'm sure I maybe with your device, the Whoop, I think I can break it down a little bit more, but
Yeah, probably.
just in general, like that whole interaction, like I said, I felt pretty good. Like, this is my Christmas. Let's go. What do you got? Right. And I'll be honest with you. I've had many of them. That last one I just did, they didn't, granted it was, I'll tell you about it, why I was there later on. But when I was doing it, it was more of a, I just felt super comfortable. They said, you asked more questions to us than we asked to you. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm coming to an organization. I want to know some things. And I was a little upset because they didn't finish it. Like they were stressed for time. They had more interviews to do. And I'm like, that's bad. That's a check mark, right? That my time is invaluable. That's, no offense. This is really shitty to say, but it's not my fucking problem, right? This is my time to show you who I am. I have questions that I need answers to, because I'll be honest with you, maybe you're not my fit.
Yeah, 100%.
Is that so weird to say? Like, well, you're coming here, you must want to be here. Yeah, I do, but I won't, because I don't like what you're doing. I don't like your vision. We're not aligned. We're not doing it. I'm not doing it. So granted, you could be the best musician in the world and you got it, but then you sit there in hindsight like, I'll just fucking with you. Nah, I'm out. Like, I might have, right? Because sometimes it just doesn't work. So I have to ask those questions because I don't know the unknowns. Just like you don't know my unknowns. That's why you have all these questions. But you really don't know anything about me because you're asking off a piece of paper and you score me by it. So I think, again, going back to your question about the data, taking that, I think, is going to make me way better at all the things I do, right? From teaching, from instructing, from being in a classroom setting, to talking to, when you're in trouble, dealing with that, and dealing with write-ups or dealing with all kinds of stuff. That data is actually, for me, what you taught me, huge. It can make me sharper. It's another instrument I can go, gotcha, bitch. Like, I see where it got me. You got me all messed up. Now I'm messed up. But wait, I can fix that. Right? I freaked out when you said that to me, or I freaked out, or I didn't know how to answer that. Like, I started to, oh my God, I don't have to do that no more. And knowing that and having that data available to me it's going to help me a lot, and it has helped me already, just because of the mere fact that it's so cool that you showed me I can do that. I was like, this is some really cool shit, guys. You got to check this out, and it's cool. It's like Hearst tools, right? I think Genesis does it too. They have that little Wi-Fi connect. I was like, I don't give a shit about batteries and how much the tools last, but it tells you more than that. It tells you the data, how much it spread, when it failed on the cut or on the spread. Yep. Yes, that is empirical data that I need to know, right? I need to know that. That's super huge. And there are only 2 tools that do that, right? So it's really nice to have that information. So again,
yeah, it's amazing. I don't ever want anybody to, the one caution I throw out is that I think a lot of people will lean into like a placebo effect where like, oh, my watch says I should be tired, so I guess I'm tired. Like, well, no, hold on. I feel like a rock star. Don't let it hijack you. Like, still keep going. But yeah, we're bumming on an hour. I'm sorry. Yeah, I want to be respectful of your time because I know you got shit going on, man.
Dude, you can ask me a few more if you want. I have nothing going on at the moment. I'm totally fine. I have to go. So where I live and where I work, they're 2 hours away. So I have a 2-hour drive no matter what. Okay. And I gotta go to Ashland where I live. They had a tree fall on their rig, and I got some ladders that are free that I teach with, and they're brand new. I never use them, and I gotta go drop that off. So I got nothing going on. We're good. So
cool.
Ask away.
More than, yeah. So one of them was, with you traveling around the country, like speaking, training, and then also from your experiences from major metro city departments to just bumming around the country in different leadership positions where you're at now. Obviously, the fire service is the fire service. There's tons of similarities, but there's got to be, they keep firefighting local. There's these cultural nuances that are just specific to the region. From you and your experiences, have there been some things that like you got there and you just were not expecting it? Like, no shit, like that's pretty cool. Or that's wow, that's crazy. I never would have expected that. Like, that's neat. You call it this thing. You have a name for this, or operations, whatever. Like, there's got to be something. Sometimes I'm amazed when I go places like, I didn't even know that was a thing. Like, I've been doing this for over 20 years. I didn't even know that this department out here was doing this thing. I'm sure you've run into something like that.
Yes, and I can tell you 100 of them. I'll just say, to keep it, answer the question as best as possible is, I've been in a lot of places teaching, working for states, and just going to your normal departments, small departments, and no man's land, and even big departments. They have their talk, their lingo, right? This way or that way. And then I have to survive. I have nothing else. I have no one helping me. This is how we get shit done. I like that method a little bit better. It's cool. I got a Chicago this, I got a Cincinnati that, I got a California this, I got a New York City that. That's really cool. That's awesome. I like look, man, we had to get this fitting specifically because my help's not coming for 35 minutes. I got to set this porta tank this time, I have to do it. Best one. There we go. I just thought about it right now. It's going. I had no idea, shame on me, what a hose clamp was.
Okay, all right.
Dude, all right, look, I know it's in the book, but I paid no attention because when I went through it, they're like, hose clamp, cool, next question. No, whatever. So I'm seeing these guys do a rural water attack, and I'm just driving by, like I'm teaching in the area. I heard they had a good fire, and I know they don't have any water. It's a lot of tanker ops. I had to go. I was in Colorado. I didn't understand a lot. I know how to draft. I know how to port thing. I know how to do it, but I don't know how to do it. Right. Yeah. So I wanted to learn and see guys do it. So I was just bumming around and teaching the class. Had nothing to do with that. I heard they had a fire, and it's a tank tender ops, right? Porta tanks, shuttles, like the whole 9 yards. I'm like, I'm gonna check this out. This old dude gets off the rig all fucking broken, dude. He's doing it, dude. Like, God bless him. And he's got this hose clamp, and he fucking puts it down. I'm like, what is that? That's in my head. I'm like, what the fuck am I looking at, right? And it was, he's telling me like, before they send the water, Mark, clamp it down, and I can get ready. I can still hook my stuff up before they get there. But I got the water now. It takes forever to fill this thing up. It's miles and miles and miles of hose. I gotta hold it off. I go, son of a bitch, son of a bitch. I tell a story about how I learned why the roof hooks on a roof ladder used to be pointed down, like it's like spikes, and why they're flat. Like, dude, I teach that in my class all the time, and it's like, dude, without those experiences and those stories, I'm like, fuck, I would have never known that shit. I'm like, I had some old timer tell me that. Old stumbly old dude, crusty motherfucker. I don't even know if he's alive anymore. God, I hope he is. But he told me these things, and there are so many experiences out there, dude. Like, if you sit there and you think you got it made, some people, I hate to say it, but like the Chicago Fire Department, like they think that's the only place, like there's no other departments that live. And I'm sure there are a lot of big city firemen that think the same way. And then there's other ones that are like, dude, there's more out here. I love my buddy Josh Webb. He's retired from Louisville, and he works for another really good department in Nicholsonville, right down the way where he lives. They're close to. And he tells me, he's like, Mikey, it's like, I didn't know. And I'm like, what? He's like, we're in a bumble at Louisville. We don't know there's other outside departments. I mean, we know, but we don't know, right? Like we don't step outside the perimeter of the walls. The zombies are out there, right? Like, that's how some firemen treat this shit. Like, dude, this is World War Z, and I don't leave the walls because there's some fucking creepers out there, We're doing it the best. Our fires burn the hottest. There's no other place to be but here. This is the way. We're not Mandalorians, dude. This ain't the way. Like, there's other ways of doing things, dude. And I always say when I teach, it's not the way, it's just a way. And let's figure it out. This might be better for you. Sammy put me in check. This is why you'll find guys that teach around the country that you look at their cadre, and some of them, not all, some, they're the bad dude. Like they're pretty good at what they do, and everyone else is like, okay. And I'm not talking shit about people or cadres. No, I'm not. I surround myself against where I'm here, and all my buddies and everyone I teach with, and I consider you the same. You're up here. I'm nowhere near. I can't touch you. You're gonna say shit that's like, fuck. Yeah, I don't know. Yep, you're right. Fuck it. And Sammy's like, Sammy put that to me. He's like, you look at who they are and what their worth is and how good they are when the people they surround themselves by, that they have to be the center point of everything. Like I'm not. By far, I'm trying to mentor people to take what I do and go further. Like, take this, take my program and go. Or just whatever I tell you. Just if it's something small and you like it and you dig it, take it. If it's the way I act, the way I talk, the way I treat people, take it. If you like it and it's going to work, it's all yours, right?
Yeah.
So I think Sammy was hitting me with that. He goes, fuck, because I'm always thinking like, this is how it has to be, right? And I'm the hugest component of like, there has to be more ways, but I fell into that cycle, right? I fell into that trap of like, until he's like, Mike, that may work for them. You know, that may Oasis valve. That's a thing. If you don't know what that is, at first I was like, get this thing out of here. Screw it. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't even like the band Oasis. Like, screw it. I don't want it. Right. But then I started using it. I'm like, oh shit. This is, yeah. Why doesn't everyone have one of these? Right. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. Chicago Fire Department. I worked in, what department was it? Damn it. And back in Illinois, I first started with, and I learned about them and I used them. The loading cots by Stryker, where it picks you up, lifts you up, does everything for you, right? I asked them in a safety meeting thing at the union. I go, why don't we buy these for everybody? Well, they cost too much. Well, we get XYZ dollars from this fund every year. We can outfit every ambulance in the city. Is it worth spending 40, 50 grand on an ambulance to get this installed, or a lifetime of misery, paying pensions out, medical benefits for their entire life?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's better well spent. Let's just pay for them, let them go off 3/4 on the job. That's a good idea, right? You can't pick up your fucking kids and shit like that. That's cool. No, that's cool. That's worth it. I don't like these are fucking examples of stubbornness, right? This is egos. This is and that's just an example, right? Again, I'm not shitting on anything. I'm just giving, like, these are just things I've seen. Like, that doesn't make sense. And if you question it, oh, dude, you're going down. You're stirring shit. Yeah, dude, you're a piece of shit. You're a fucking horrible person. Like, dude, I'm just asking fucking questions, man. I like to know things. I like to know the whys, right? I treat everyone like a 6-year-old. Daddy, why? Daddy, why? Daddy, why? Firemen are 6-year-olds, dude. Every one of us. I need to know why. And if you tell me, like earlier on in the story, you just tell me, it's crazy. Okay, cool. They're more easier to do it. They're going to go do it then. They're going to be like, well, fuck, that makes sense. All right. Now I know why I do it. But those are just some examples of things that I've seen. But again, it's weird. The mantra is the same. The same complaints are all the same. It always leads back to a few things of how we lead, culture, our values, what we have. Do we have humility? Can we do this? Do we have egos? All this stuff is all the same shit people talk about, but they don't want to talk about it at parties. They don't want guys like us saying, hey, this is how it is. And you see it. There's some fucking great dudes I look up to on this. I call it the instructor game, or in the limelight. Like, there's some dudes I'm watching their pie. I'm like, damn, dude, that's fun. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Preach, brother, preach. I'm Holy Ghost. I stand on amen. I feel like the Holy Spirit's hitting me every 2 minutes, right? I'm like, dude, we're talking the same language. Yeah. I just don't know what that breaks eventually.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, man. Like, to surround yourselves with people that are straight up are just smarter than you. Like, I've been in utter awe. Like, Sammy's a perfect example, man. If your mind is not on fire by the time you're done talking to him, like, you fucked up. And like Dave LeBlanc and Roger Sager, now the fact that we've been able to connect, man, like, always on fire by the end of it. And that's a good thing. Like, shit, there's so much more I don't know, or I never even would have fucking considered, like, a fraction of what you just said. So it's like drinking, like anytime you talk to Sammy, it's like drinking through a freaking fire hose, man. But,
well, he's the smartest dumb guy I've ever met. I know it sounds really funny. I got to tell him, I go, dude, you're too smart for me, dude. I have no idea what you're talking about. Like, I'm not ashamed of it. I go, dude,
yes,
I don't know. I love it. I love it. This he makes charts on bolts and nuts and knows the shear factors and the braking. I'm like, dude, you have taught me, because I'm like this all the time. I'm on 100. My toggle on the fire service, love, passion, is on 10 all the time. I can't shut it off. Don't know how. I tried. Doesn't work. His brain is like that, and it's phenomenal.
It's crazy.
And Raj is the same way. Raj, in just a different fashion. I like his fashion because he breaks it down a little bit more easier for me to understand. And it's like, okay, I got it now. Like, I'm that jock, right? Like, I'm like, oh yeah, cool. Yeah, just that works. So and again, I think that's how I think success is measured in my world. Is I have these people I can lean on
100%.
and be like, dude, I don't know, right? And that's the other thing. A lot of guys, full circle, they're afraid to say, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm the chief, or I'm the assistant chief, I'm the deputy, I'm a lieutenant, I'm a captain, I'm a battalion chief, or just a fireman. They're afraid to say, I don't know. Trust me. I found lights. But I said, yeah, I don't fucking know. No clue. I have no idea what you're talking about. No idea. Dude, the reception and then the empathy kicks in of, oh shit, you don't. Like, all right. That's that senior guy that's been ratting away for 30 years in that chair. His head's this encyclopedia of knowledge. And one day that young kid goes, hey, Bob, can you bring me out here and show me how you did that thing with the rig, how you beached it and how you do the main over the ridge like that? Like, and then this aura in him is gonna go, what? At first it might be like, fuck you, I'm sleeping, kid. Or it's gonna go, I was just waiting for that time. Yeah, like I feel like if they don't know and ever offer that and they don't give that chance, it's hereditary in the fire service. Yep. We're in the same cycle. It never ends. And one day I'm hoping we can all come together with the same inline vision of people that are in the fire service, that speak, that teach, that don't. The beauty of this is the unknowns. What I mean by that is that me and Dave Mullen were talking. He goes, we need to start a conference called the No Name Conference. And I go, well, what are we gonna name it? He goes, no, that's the name of it, the No Name Conference. Right? And I'm like, okay, you've got to help me out, Dave. Where are we going with this? He goes,
yeah,
fuck all the people that are teaching. Fuck you, Mike. Fuck me. Fuck everybody. Right? And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm here. I'm not going to tell me more. Let's find the guys that are in the shadows, the unknowns, that have been students of the game, studying it. They're on the grind. It is second to none. That can't be matched. Let them do it. Let's see what they do. Hey, here, teach the class. What do you have to offer? And there goes back to, I've never seen that before. I don't know how they do that. That's just their thing there. Well, guess what? That thing there might work here in Baltimore. It might work in Central Campbell Fire Rescue or wherever. Like, it may work somewhere. But again, your shelterness, the ability not to allow yourself to use these things, cultivate, stifle, kill tradition, kill culture, morale, kills morale. That's biggest homicide offender, morale, killers, that stuff. That's the biggest one. You look at a chart, fire service, what kills everybody? It's not heart attacks and training. It's fucking morale killers. It's those I don't want to do shit officers. That's it. That's it right there. Homicide. I go to homicides all the time. There's tons of them. Fucking bloody mess, dude.
They nailed it. Let's finish with this. You already touched on it with ladders, and something that you mentioned when you spoke that like just fucking hit me like a sack of potatoes, man, was like finding your niche, right? All too often we are, yes, jack of all trades. We get freaking called for everything. And we try to be specialist in all the things we can. We have our SO teams that nerd out and go down these deep rabbit holes in all the shit. But you're like, just find one thing and be really fucking good at it. Find your niche. And you're like, for me, it was ladders, and I'm going to nerd out about ladders. And I'm going to give you everything I got. And I love that because it was like refreshing to think like, yeah, I absolutely advocate. We need to be good. We need to be proficient. The bar needs to be high across a lot of domains. But I'm good if you find that one thing that you can give other people, because then you can master that thing and help other people become masters, or like, just if for nothing else, bring their bar up in that area. So if you could, let's end it on that, man. Like, find your niche, be passionate about it, and then just help others.
But you said it right. Find your niche, right? I found my niche. I just stumbled upon it. I think it was an accident.
Yeah.
I feel that I feel like I don't want to be the jack of all trades and the master of none, but I am. Like, I'm really good at a lot of things. I have knowledge. I'm good. I actually got turned down from a position in Texas for, I was told that, well, he's just a truck guy. He doesn't know engine work, and that's all we have around here. Wow. Like, seriously, like,
Wow.
I'm not ignorant. I'm not mad at him. I'm not like, fuck, don't play it. No, that's cool. I mean, is it the ignorance? Sure. Sure. There's a lot of ignorance involved there, egos, right? But to sit there and put me in a box saying that you're only good at one thing is crazy. But
Yeah.
I feel like just because I chose ground ladders, like, I just submitted my thing for FDIC. This is my third time alone putting in for it by myself, right?
Mhm.
And I was trying to one, like, RJ was telling me, like, man, Mike, you need a better name for your class. I go, oh yeah, I guess so. It kind of sucks, huh? Because nobody really understands that. So I was like, I submitted it, and I'm like, man, hopefully this is my year. Like, I really want to do it because I'm taking in this an account. I'm taking what I always say, like, minimum manning, staffing, all the problems with ladders, because everyone has a truck class, and what they do is they just teach truck stuff. Like, it's all, and it's like one part of it is ladders. I just want to take one thing and sit on it and be really good at one thing. And then once you got that pretty much down and you've answered a lot of the questions, you feel proficient at it, let's go to search. And I'm not saying one thing's more important than the other. I'm not doing that. Stop it. Like, guys are like, this guy doesn't like search. He doesn't like Ritz. He doesn't like extrication. Like, no, dude, I love it all. Trust me, I love pulling hose. That's all we got here is engines. There's a truck back there, but a lot of engine work here. It's because it doesn't say on the IFSTA or Pro Board manuals or the essentials, it doesn't go truckman, it doesn't say engine man, it doesn't. It says firefighter, motherfucker, do it all. So I wanted to be really proficient at one thing and really good at it, and find the ins and outs, study the game, learn it, and then just give back from what I picked up, found out, successes, fails, real experiments. That, horrible thing that happened in New York with that ladder.
Yeah.
I don't onshore quarterback anything, but I want you to imagine this from what I've taught and what I've done, how many messages that I got of like, dude, you got to check this shit out. You got to see this shit.
Right.
And I'm like, all right, I don't know. I wasn't there, so I can't speak on it. I can just give you an informed opinion of what I have in front of me, but that's it.
Yeah.
Guys want to attack people. I don't know what our infatuation about eating our own is, but they love doing it. Like, we love to eat each other.
Oh, yeah, we're terrible.
Dude, so I wanted to take all that out. I wanted to just focus on a task, be really good at it, and a little selfishness. I want to be known for that. Like, hey, I need ground ladders to be taught. Who are we going to call? Well, I'm your ghost bud.
Got a guy.
I got you, right? I don't know everything, but I got a guy, right? And that's okay. I'm teaching a truck class and I need a rope guy. I'm going to call Justin Hanley out of Texas, ESD1. Like, I'm going to call you. Like, that dude's got his shit together. He just fucking knows ropes. Or my buddies in Lexington, Corey, Cole. I'm going to call people that I know because they're going to give the information way better than I will. Just like, in turn, they're going to do ladders the same way, right? Does that make sense? But we have the ego problem of like, well, I got to be social. I got to be Instagram famous. I got to be the biggest. I got to have 100 likes. I got to be all over. I've got to teach at every conference. I got to be in the limelight. I have to write all the books and the articles. I got to do this. I have to be relevant. Otherwise, I'm not who I am. Well, I don't. I had a guy ask me teaching a class on ladders. He's like, hey, you don't have like a real big social media platform. You don't like advertise. I go, yeah, it's called word of mouth. That's what I learned back in the day. It's word of mouth. And that's, if it got to you from somebody I taught, winning, right? Like, that's how I operate. Some people have to be known. And I'm like, no, it's just not what I want to do. Like, you want me to come and do ladders because I love the shit out of them? Then let's do it. And That's what I want to do. So, I mean, like, hopefully, knock on wood, right? I submitted that shit, and hopefully big, nice, cool, little hot class. And I'm bringing guys from this department, from my department, going, look, this is how we do it with what you have. The over 90% of the American Fire Service, 2 guys on a truck, maybe 3 if you're lucky, right?
Mhm.
That's shit gets done with that many guys. And I'm going to show you that it's not just talk. This is reality. It's your reality. It's everybody's reality. I think that has not only made me more lethal when I do things, because that whole walk the walk thing. It's hard to say, well, you're on Chicago, you're a big city, you don't know nothing. I do. Like, I worked other places, dude. I didn't like just start there. Like, I know what the struggle is. Blue thing,
Yeah.
bro. I know it. And I think that that's a mindset of when you try to find your niche, your thing, the thing you love the most. It's hard for people to step out and say, well, he really does know what he's talking about. Well, just give me a chance, like, I'm not making it up. I'm going to cater to you. I'm going to give you the information that best serves you. You may only take 10% out of it. That's okay. That's 10% that you didn't have, and it may make it, work. I am super humbled and proud when guys call me and say, Mike, this technique I used saved somebody's life, saved their brother's life. I made a grab. I almost got into a bad situation just by you telling me this in class, right? And now I want to transmit that from the ladder world, fireground operational operators like we are, into that leadership role. I feel like that we need more people that have this like-minded to be in those positions to start pushing more. Like Scott Thompson's, right? Like, he's tired, right? Like, we talk and he's like, and I'm shoving it down people's throats, and he loves it, and I love him doing it. But like, who's going to take his torch?
Yeah.
I am nowhere near his level, nor will I ever will be. But like, I want to make sure his word keeps traveling, right? And I'm not saying I want to be him. That's not. I would love to, actually. I would love to. Yeah, I would love to be Scott Thompson, if you want to say it, right? But there's many other people I want to be. But I take positions, or these character traits, their demeanors, and want to go around and be them, because I want to be like someone like Chief Thompson, because I feel like he's doing it right. I feel that he has the same emotion and drive when it comes to stuff like that. His things, the leadership, the guidance. He knows fireman shit. He's good at that stuff. I have no doubt in that. That's actually laughable how good he is. It's like, dude, you're badass. That's cool. But it's that leadership stuff that I'm still growing into. And that, I feel like I got passion. I don't know. Some people say I don't. I don't know. It's kind of weird, but I feel like I got that covered to show that I really love what I do. I think by listening to him or other people, I take it from everybody. I'm like, man, that's some good shit. So ladders, I still learning. Guys are like, I don't do that because of this. I'm like, oh shit, dude. Like, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah. Like, yeah, dude. Cool. Don't do that. I ain't off the halyard. You asked me that years ago, I'd be like, dude, I'm going to kill you right now. Actually, get out of my class. I don't want to talk to you. That's how much I hated it, right? But I understand now certain things. But I can always give you a why. Always. Always give you a why on why I do the things I do. It's not just because I said so, right? I'm not dad. Remember, full circle. All this stuff makes sense at the end of the day. It's not just rambling. It's like, it's not just because I told you to do it, or the book tells you to do it, right? Gospel. It's because, check this out. This happened to me, or happened to this guy too. And then you heard about this guy happen to him, right? And I took all that and I said, you know what? I'm going to focus on ladders. And I'm doing okay. I'm sure there's some other dudes out there pretty good. And I want them to do better. I want to share information. But then it comes down to, well, that's my work. There's certain organizations, companies, cadres that are like, I only teach this. This is the only way. This is our thing. No, it's not, dude. Like, did you create the fire service? Like, you must have. My bad, dude. I'm sorry. My bad. Sorry, Lord. I apologize. They wrote the book on you. Like, dude, come on, dude. Like, there's some great people out there that are doing the same thing they're doing. There's some better guys out me teaching ladders that OJ, Jesus Christ, McKee. Like, there's some dudes that are doing ladders that are fucking pretty good. William Knight, he does some good shit. Like, dude, come on. Like, I'm not it, but I'm gonna call you and go, dude, why are you doing that? I had a guy ask that question on social media. Saw him on Instagram. Took a while for him to respond. I just said, "Hey, why are you doing that? Like, can you just tell me why?" That's all I said.
Mhm.
No malice against it. No ignorance. No, I'm gonna blast you, bro. He a couple weeks later goes, "Oh, I hear you're looking for me, dude." I'm like, "Oh, fuck, dude. Fucking, I don't even want to entertain the conversation because I already know where this is going."
Yeah, right.
Like, I had the same conversation with another guy. I asked the same thing. He goes, "Well, that's just how we do here in this county or in this area with our manpower." Thank you. And we started a conversation. He's like, "Oh, dude, I just thought you were kind of attacking me." I go, "Dude, I can't put how I feel in a text, an email, or on social media. Can't do it. So just take it for what it's worth." And I always give my number. I go, "Dude, my number's not hard to find. I am not a hard person to find. Call me. Call me. I can tell you how I feel." Now, granted, I've been told my voice sounds like I hate you. I want to kill you. I've heard I'm ignorant. I'm just a mean person. That's not it. So it's kind of have to take the good with the bad when it comes to stuff like that. But
Yeah, right.
find your thing, find your niche, hit it hard, know everything about it, the ins and outs. Don't be cocky to where you're like, "I am the guy."
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
guys always say that, "Oh, you're the ladder guy." No, not even close. No, I like them. They're cool, but there are better out there. Just know and have the humility to say, "I'm not that guy. That I just know a little bit more than someone else." Or I've had experiences, remember, full circle. I've had these experiences that make me this way. That's all. So
Yeah.
find it, whatever it is. It could be, fuck, dude. I know guys that they love, well, they love rope or they love engine shit, like whatever stuff that I'm not really great at. Some guys like EMS. Let's talk about the difficult talk, right? Let's call the baby ugly, right? Nobody likes talking about EMS, right? But there are dudes that are fucking, man, I look up to you. Like, dude, how did you, like, how does your brain work? Give me your cheat code when it comes to this, right?
Yeah.
And for the record, I am a firefighter paramedic currently in the role I am in right now.
Yeah.
I'm at the bottom, Jets. Like, I was wherever I was at. I'm back where maybe I need to be. Who
Yeah.
knows? Maybe I got too big for my britches. Who knows? I don't know. And I learned, right? I'm like, okay, what? Try it again. Build that boat. Let's go. Let's do it again. And we'll build another one. Let's figure out another route, right? Like, I think when my wife tells me that, she goes, "I love you for the ability for you not to just stop," right? Like, what makes you not stop? Like, why do you not stop? Why do you just curl up in a bed, depressed, want to quit? I go, "See, babe, that's where you got me wrong. I am fucking depressed every day. I want to quit every other day, and I want to quit all the time." But by doing that allows failure to sink in. They won. Everyone
Yep.
that's ever talked shit about you has won. I'm going to show you that I'm going to beat you by me succeeding and not stopping. Whatever drives you to do whatever you want to do, everyone has something different, but that's what drives me is to be really good at something, find my niche, and try to learn another skill that I want to expand in, feel like I have a vision in, and see what happens.
Yeah, man. Dude, I so appreciate like your grit, your wisdom, your wit, and like
Oh,
the
so
passion and like that service oriented mindset. Like if we just all had just a fraction of what Mike Torres has, like the fire service is going to be in a much better place, man. So I'm super grateful that we've crossed paths and that you've taken time out because I just smiled and laughed for the last 90 minutes and like I'm all fired up again, I appreciate that, man. Like you're doing great things. It means a massive amount to me. And I know we were talking about it before. I'd love to have you back because I know there's so many other questions. And then I know you've got some crazy experiences with line of duties with some of your friends that I would love to hammer in on, but we'll circle back on that if the opportunity ever comes up, man. But you just have so many good things. And like I said, the wit, the wisdom, the passion, the grit. Yeah, it means a lot that you took time out, man. So thank you.
Oh, I appreciate it, man. Like I said, I was humble when you asked me, so I was like, "Oh shit, this is cool." I like doing them because they're, anybody that wants to listen to some knucklehead for an hour or two, it's like, all right, you're pretty crazy too. So I like that. So we got something in common. So
That's a compliment, man. I appreciate that.
So I like that. It's good. It's good stuff. So, but I want to say thank you very much for letting me do this. I really do.
Yeah, cool. Thanks, dude.